In this video, we are going to look at how to solve simultaneous equations using the substitution method. So once again, let's dive straight into an example. Let's say we have y is equal to 3x plus 1, and let's say we have x minus 2y is equal to 7. So with the substitution method, what we're going to do is choose an equation where we have one of the pronumerals as the subject. So in that case, that's going to be the first one because we can see that y is the subject of that equation. Then whatever we have on this side of the equation, we're simply going to substitute for whenever we see y in our second equation. So let's do exactly that. So substituting equation 1 into equation number 2, what we'll see is we have x minus 2 and then bracket 3x plus 1, close bracket, is going to be equal to 7. Then from here we proceed to solve. So we have x minus, then we expand our brackets. Minus 2 multiplied by 3x gives us minus 6x, and then minus 2 times positive 1 gives us minus 2. That's all going to equal 7. Now let's start collecting like terms. X minus 6x is going to give us minus 5x. Still have minus 2 is equal to 7. Then let's move the 2 across by adding to both sides. Then we'll get minus 5x is equal to 9. And then divide both sides by 5. X is equal to negative 9 on 5. Then in order to get y, we'll move up here. Remember, for y we simply take an equation and we replace whatever x is for what we found x to be in terms of a number or a fraction. So let's take our first equation. We have y is equal to 3x plus 1. We know x is equal to minus 9 on 5, so let's substitute that in for x here. So therefore, y is going to be equal to 3, bracket minus 9 on 5 plus 1. Simplifying that down, we'll have y is equal to 3 times negative 9 on 5 gives us negative 27 on 5 plus 1. Then adding both of those numbers together, we'll have minus 27 on 5 plus 5 on 5, basically. So then y is going to equal minus 22 all on 5. And there you have it. That's how we solve simultaneous equations by using our substitution method. Now, in saying that, sometimes we might have situations where it's not so obvious that we can use substitution. Let's consider an example that we looked at in our video on elimination. We had 2x plus y is equal to minus 4. Then we had minus x plus y is equal to 8. So here, elimination would perhaps make more sense. We simply subtract both of our equations to get rid of the y's, and then we solve for x, and then solve for y once more. Now, another alternative with this one is to also use substitution. But what we need to do first is pick an equation. I'm just going to choose equation number 2 and rearrange it to make one of our pronumerals the subject. So here we have minus x plus y is equal to 8. I'm just going to move the x on this side by adding, and here I'll have y is equal to 8 plus x. Then what I can do, now that I've got this new rearranged version of my equation, I can simply substitute that into the opposite equation that we haven't touched. So we had 2x plus y is equal to minus 4. Instead of having y, we're just going to substitute in 8 plus x. So then we'll have 2x plus 8 plus x is equal to minus 4. And then we can proceed to solve by collecting like terms. So 2x plus x is equal to 3x. And then we'll have minus 4 minus 8 is going to be equal to minus 12. And then we divide both sides by 3. X is equal to minus 4. And then we'll use this x to work out what y is equal to. All we can do in that case is just substitute x back into what it is here. So we'll have y is equal to 8 minus 4, and then y is equal to positive 4. So this example is just to illustrate that with substitution, we can still use that method even if one of our default equations that we've been given in the question doesn't have one of the pronumerals as the subject of the equation. Should that occur, we can just rearrange one of the equations to make one of the pronumerals the subject and then solve using our substitution method from there.